In a world that moves faster than ever before, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the constant noise and distractions around us. Our minds are bombarded by information, obligations, and constant pressure to keep up. But there was a time, long ago, when the ultimate warriors of Japan understood something we have forgotten. The battle is not with others, but within the mind. The samurai, legendary warriors of the East, were not just masters of the sword. They were masters of something even more powerful: mental discipline. Today, we're going to uncover the ancient art of training the mind like a samurai, a journey not just of mental strength, but of resilience, clarity, and unwavering focus. Whether you're looking to sharpen your own discipline, unlock greater potential, or simply cultivate a calm, powerful mind, the samurai's path holds timeless wisdom for us all. The samurai were more than just fierce warriors. At the heart of their way of life was an understanding of mental discipline, a philosophy that transformed them into unstoppable forces, not just on the battlefield, but in life. They understood that to master the sword, one had to first master the mind. This principle is captured beautifully in the Book of Five Rings, written by one of Japan's most famous samurai, Miyamoto Musashi. Musashi didn't just teach swordsmanship, he taught a complete philosophy of life. In his writings, Musashi explained that true mastery isn't just about physical skill. It's about training the mind to be clear, calm, and focused. To the samurai, the mind was just as much a weapon as the katana. It was the foundation of their strength. When you learn to control your thoughts, emotions, and impulses, you can conquer anything. The first lesson the samurai impart to us is simple, yet profound: self-mastery. Musashi says, "Know the way of all professions, but keep to your own." What this means is, while it's important to have knowledge, it's crucial to focus on your own path. The samurai trained for hours each day, not just to become better at combat, but to become better at living. They learned how to be present, how to focus, and how to act with intention and clarity. But in today's world, how often do we focus on self-mastery? How often do we focus on mastering our own thoughts, rather than letting them control us? The path of the samurai reminds us that the battle is within. Master your own mind, and the world will have no power over you. To the samurai, focus was a form of mental discipline that they practiced constantly. Every sword strike, every breath, every movement was a chance to refine their concentration. This practice of deep focus wasn't just reserved for battle. It was integrated into every aspect of their life. The samurai learned to enter a state of flow, a mental state where they were completely absorbed in the task at hand, shutting out all distractions. In today's world, this idea is familiar to us. High achievers across various fields, from athletes to entrepreneurs, know that true success requires complete focus, and the samurai were the masters of this art. The practice of focus can be achieved in simple ways. Start by eliminating distractions in your environment. The samurai practiced in quiet, secluded spaces to cultivate a mindset of stillness and clarity. It wasn't about doing more, but about doing what's important with total presence. Imagine you're preparing for a big project, or you're facing a challenge that seems insurmountable. The samurai would tell you to step back, focus your energy on one thing at a time, and make each moment count. This isn't easy in the world we live in, where distractions are endless, but the key is discipline. Discipline to block out the noise, to focus on what matters, and to be present in every moment. The second lesson from the samurai is this: focus and presence lead to mastery. When you stop multitasking, when you focus solely on the task in front of you, you unlock a new level of productivity, clarity, and calm. Perhaps the greatest lesson the samurai teach us is how to deal with emotions. In times of battle, when fear, anger, and adrenaline surge through your body, the samurai didn't allow themselves to be controlled by these emotions. They were stoic in the face of adversity. Their training allowed them to face death, injury, and loss with a serene mind, unaffected by the emotional chaos that could overwhelm others. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches the control of emotions and the acceptance of life's challenges, is closely aligned with the samurai way of thinking. The Stoic belief that we can't control the events that happen to us, but we can control how we respond, echoes through the samurai mindset. The samurai didn't run from fear. They didn't let frustration, anger, or self-doubt dictate their actions. They trained themselves to pause before reacting, to take a breath, to respond with clarity and focus, not impulse. In today's world, we're often swamped with emotions that cloud our judgment. Stress, anger, and anxiety can take over and sabotage our best intentions. But just like the samurai, we can train ourselves to pause, to take a step back, and to examine our emotions before reacting. The third lesson the samurai impart is this: master your emotions and embrace adversity. Don't shy away from discomfort or struggle. The samurai understood that true strength comes from embracing hardship. They didn't shy away from difficult situations or seek comfort. Instead, they knew that challenges were a part of their training. Every difficult moment was an opportunity to grow, to become stronger, and to refine their skills. It's easy to become overwhelmed by life's challenges, especially when they seem to be endless. But the samurai understood something profound. Growth comes through struggle. Without hardship, there is no true progress. The samurai believed in deliberate practice, the idea that to get better at anything, whether it's swordsmanship or life, you must push yourself beyond your comfort zone, again and again. We all face challenges. Maybe it's a job that's testing your patience, a personal situation that's challenging your mental strength, or a goal that feels just out of reach. But like the samurai, you can choose to embrace those challenges. Rather than running from them, face them head on. Every obstacle you overcome is one more step on your path to greatness. The fourth lesson from the samurai is this: embrace hardship. It is through overcoming adversity that you grow, that you become more resilient, and that you find your true strength. The samurai didn't live for personal gain or glory. They lived by a code, a set of guiding principles known as Bushido, which emphasized honor, integrity, and service to others. Their lives were dedicated to a higher purpose. The samurai knew that true fulfillment wasn't found in wealth or power, but in living a life aligned with your values, in contributing to something greater than yourself. Their journey wasn't about personal achievement alone. It was about making the world a better place through service and dedication. In today's world, it's easy to get lost in the pursuit of success. We often measure our worth by external markers: our job, our social status, our material possessions. But the samurai remind us that true success is not just about personal accomplishment. It's about living a life of purpose and honor. The fifth lesson the samurai teach is this: live with honor and purpose. Find your true calling, align your actions with your deepest values, and live each day with the intention of contributing to the greater good. So how can we apply the way of the samurai to our own lives? The answer lies in the wisdom they left behind. The samurai's mental discipline wasn't just about becoming better warriors. It was about becoming better human beings. It was about cultivating a strong, resilient mind, focusing with intention, mastering emotions, embracing challenges, and living a life of honor and purpose. You don't need to be a warrior to adopt these principles. You don't need to wield a sword to fight your inner battles. All you need is the desire to master your mind and the discipline to keep going, no matter the obstacles in your path. The samurai lived their lives with one simple belief: the battle is fought within. Will you answer the call? Will you train your mind like a samurai? If you're ready to begin your journey of mental discipline, to cultivate the strength and clarity of a samurai, then start now. Embrace each challenge. Live with purpose. Master your mind.